Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right. We are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, September 5th, 2019, and you can find this. I think we're going back to 5.0, even though it's going to be 6.0, and the RNG is back, but nobody wants RNG podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher. You can also find me on Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
And I'm on there too. I am at Nick Vern. That's NickVern. And this week's episode, we're talking about SWTOR's PTS and dissecting the second official Rise of Skywalker trailer.
Goosebumps.
So this week we have not one, but two guests. They are fellow AIE Guildees and members of Marcus's Tusken Raider team. Without further ado,
Tusken City Raiders.
Oh.
Tusken City Raiders.
Sorry. I skipped a word.
Yes, it doesn't sound as cool, just Tusken Raiders.
Okay.
No.
Tusken City Raiders. Whew, back at the ranch. Without further ado, welcome to the show, Beaux and Corvenas. Guys, thanks for coming on the show, and what have you been up to this week?
Let's start with Beaux.
Thanks for having me. Hi, my name's Beaux. I like long walks on the beach. I'm a Pisces. I like Coors Light.
Beaux, this is a gaming podcast, not the Bachelor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it The Bachelor?
Or Bachelorette, so whatever. One of the dating shows.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Can you tell I don't watch them? So what have you been up to? Did you play any video games?
I play all kinds of video games. I just bought a retro Super Nintendo, and I bought a bunch of games.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and I actually found all my NES games.
Oh, your NES.
Yeah, I found them in the attic, and so I'm like contemplating getting a retro NES so I can.
They have something that is, it's called an FC Twin, which it's a Super Nintendo and a regular Nintendo system, and it uses a Super Nintendo controllers. It's pretty sweet.
I've seen that. But I actually bought it for the old lady, and I just got engaged too, as well. I've been trying to slowly thank you. I've been slowly buttering her up to want to game. That way I have a full-time healer in raiding, so I don't have to or a co-tank. I want a better co-tank. Looking for a better co-tank.
So I would say congratulations to your engagement.
Speaking like a true married guy.
Yep.
She's my sweetheart.
Well, for now.
For now.
You're such a dick.
Anyways, what else have you been doing in game?
Mostly I've been just trying to get full 258s, even though people are telling me it's not going to matter when 6.0 drops. So at least I have some more DPS to bring to the table in my 3 hard mode rating groups.
Sweet.
But
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, it's just been, and it's hot here in Texas, so I've been sweating. In game, my keyboard is starting to stick, so I need to do something about that. Looking for solutions.
Buy a new one.
Nah, man.
That's Marcus's strategy.
Yeah.
Buy a new one. But yeah, no, that's mostly it. I'm a sniper, and I try not to do the whole twink thing like everybody does in SWTOR anymore. I'm no longer part of my life. I used to do it, but I like to just focus now. And then with 6.0 coming, I'm kind of dreading the whole new gear grind, and just kind of disheartening. It makes me want to cry a little bit. I love this game.
Yeah, me too. Corvenas, what have you been up to?
Let's see, in game, just the little bit of PTS stuff that we attempted. That's about it. I think me and Beaux ran some flashpoints and some dailies and stuff earlier this week,
I carried him.
like always. But that's really been about it as far as like in-game stuff. Out of game, just been a lot of work. Working my car, putting some models together. That's been about it.
You say models like model cars?
No,
Like-
Gundam
Like
models.
ice cream sticks, popsicle sticks, Lincoln
Super glue?
logs, super glue.
Lincoln Logs?
Yeah, he has a Twitch account. You can watch him put together like little houses out of popsicle sticks.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? There's probably several people that do that.
No,
What?
did you know? All right, so all joking aside, do you guys know who Bob Ross is?
Yeah,
The
of course.
painter?
Yeah.
Okay. On Twitch, there's a Bob Ross marathon every weekend, and it's just
What?
24/7. You can watch
No.
Bob Ross. But it was good back in the day when he was alive.
Yeah.
There's like 2,000 people watching the stream at all times, and people are like donating money to this, like subbing to it and stuff. But the chat is the best. Like he's like, and people are like, "Oh my God, here it comes, here it comes." He's gonna say it, and now we're gonna paint happy little trees, and they're like, "Yeah!"
Oh my
That
god.
might-
That's
might be
beautiful.
That might be the best follow on Twitch I have.
It's just that.
Because every weekend, like if you're like sitting on the couch and you're not really into the TV or like the kids are just being crazy, just put on Bob Ross and it just makes you smile because like that guy is like all messed up and he's just painting the most amazing paintings
Yeah.
ever.
That's awesome.
Wouldn't it be
But the
funny if
chat-
like a? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but the chat room makes it even better.
You gotta send me that. You
Would
gotta
be-
send me the link for that.
Well, it's just Google Bob Ross on the weekend.
Google it.
I mean, go to Twitch and just search for Bob Ross.
Yeah.
It's the only one, but I will
Imagine-
link it.
Imagine a documentary comes out in a few years and turns out he was just a raging alcoholic, but he's just paint to chill out.
Could be.
Anyway, so Nick, what have you been up to?
So in gaming, well, I just heard a little bit of Bob Ross. So in gaming news, I just finished the main story for God of War. Finally,
Wait,
Nice.
the whole thing?
yeah, not the whole. I didn't 100% the game, but I finished the entire story, which is pretty awesome. It's really good. I do plan on going back and at least beating all the Valkyries, which are like these, like optional bosses, basically.
Mm-hmm.
To put it in perspective, I've killed 1 out of the 8 that there are so far, and I did it basically right before the final boss fight. And
Nice.
I think it took me about 45 minutes to an hour to beat her, like dying over and over. And then I beat the final boss, like first try, no problem. So
Right.
they are extremely difficult fights.
That's good.
But the story was wicked good. I think it does a really good job with the ending where like you feel I won't spoil anything, but you feel fulfilled, but some stuff is revealed that leaves you like wanting to know like, oh my god, I want to know a lot more now, and you really want to know like what's going to happen for the next game, because some possibilities open up at the end there, and I'm really excited to see what they do next.
Yeah.
So I've also been playing a whole bunch of Siege with Alan, and I gotta say, I might have to send Alan a medical bill because my back is awfully sore from carrying his ass when we've been playing.
Oh,
just-
dude.
just saying.
I got the best remedy for that. It's called DBAB. Have you heard of it?
DBAB? No, I have
Yeah,
not.
DBAB. Don't be a bitch.
I'll have to look into that. Thanks. I don't know how to not be a bitch.
I
so-
use it all the time when I raid on Monday nights.
That's great. In non-gaming news, I'm taking a couple classes at a community college nearby that are prereqs for the good old PA school that I didn't need to graduate from UConn. So it's really different than taking classes at UConn. It's just like a totally different atmosphere. And I've been watching Peaky Blinders again, round 2, which is
I love
always
that
fun.
show.
This show's great. So the new season is season 5, but I think I binged like 1 through 3 and then watched season 4, but I don't really remember like all the details for 1 through 3. So I'm going back and rewatching them, and I also watched the first 3 episodes of season 5. So that's basically it for me. Marcus, what have you been up to this week?
Okay. So Tuscan City Raiders needs your help. We're a hard mode team. We run on Monday nights.
Wait, what game is this?
Hello Kitty
Anyway.
Online.
Hello Kitty Online.
Oh, perfect.
Anyway, we run at 9 o'clock to 11-ish p.m. Eastern, which is real world time. We need a DPS. The downside to that, and I'm sorry to ask for this, is it's for the pub side. So if you like flashing lights, candy, and you don't kill the bosses, you just befriend them, then this is the team for you. But if you do come, you get to play with me and Corvenas, and Beaux, who is on our show right now. They are the tanks, and I'm not going to say it, but, Corvenas really carries the team. Beau's back is sore. He does the D-Bab or whatever it is.
He doesn't carry shit.
Anyway. In Death Star Troopers news, we went to Temple of Sacrifice a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure if I talked about it in the last episode. I can't remember. But we almost beat the Underlurker. We beat the tanks. We beat the mother of all Masasi. And
It was a dude, not a mother.
Oh. And the Underlurker, we got to 17% or something like that. But somebody fucked up the cross. So you have to stand in a cross formation, Nick.
It's always the
Okay.
melee that fucks up the cross.
Correct. And
Usually
so-
the one with 2 lightsabers.
correct. And so
Usually the raid lead.
Yep, absolutely. So you have to stand in a cross, and the tanks need to stand on his gut side and his butt side.
Okay.
And the healers need to be on the sides with the DPS. Well, you have to be on the correct side. If not, you fail and you wipe.
If you
Okay.
don't
So
know
we
your
were-
left from right,
Correct. And
Or
I
anterior and posterior.
that's what
sides of
RL
the
stands
boss.
for. Right, left.
yep,
Raid lead.
and and I completely wiped the group. But then I was
3
like,
times.
It was 3 times. Marcus,
It was 3
Marcus just
times.
did the
But
eyes to
the
sky
first
head
the
math.
first couple times we were at 40% health, so I didn't feel as
Well,
bad.
the first time he just walked too close to us, and we're like, "Oh, we're doing it." And some people
Yeah.
were AFK.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to be better the next time. And then last week, obviously, with Labor Day weekend, we took it off for an official raid. But actually, we got a group together and we did Duxon on the PTS, which is pretty sweet. I am
Matt
not
showed up.
Yep. Matt was there in his little tiny robot running around the room. I'm not going to talk spoilers on that because I don't really feel like this is the place to do that because it's not live. And I don't want anybody to be spoiled. The only thing I'm going to semi-spoil is
Fast forward 2 minutes if you don't want to hear it.
there's Marauder and NPCs, and I was uber excited for it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
So, anyway, in SWTOR news, I want to give big congratulations to Lady Rand, Els, and Fibro Jedi. They are the newest inductees into the Content Creators Program.
Whoop whoop.
Woot woot. Now, Kogus will never know what hit him because now Lady Rand and Els will be yelling at him all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All about the soft talk.
Soft taco talk. Also, big thanks to Shintar from the blog Going Commando.
Oh, yeah.
She did a really nice blog about our show that we had Matt Pusevich and Eric Muscawan.
Mhm.
It was really nice of her to do that, so thank you very much. Now, if anybody ever got salty,
Mhm.
and they were regular table salt, I'm about to drop the pink Himalayan salt everywhere.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm really upset.
Oh, no.
So, first of all, I want to say thank you to Zamzam, Andy, Kogus, Lady Rand, Els, and Max. You guys really helped push the devs to make some changes, which came out today, which we'll talk about a little bit. And everybody else out there who helped on the forums and the PTS and everything, because they released the second phase of the PTS, which had our gearing changes
Okay.
for the game, and they were terrible, Nick.
Yeah.
Really bad. Everything is RNG. Everything. So, and the way they have their gearing set is if I'm in 252 gear
Mhm.
it bases off your gear rating on
Okay.
the next tier of gear you get.
Yeah.
So if we kill a boss and it used to drop a specific gear tier, now if I'm in 242, it's only going to give me 248. But if Corvenas,
you can never skip a level.
correct, if Corvenas is in 258 gear, he's going to get 270 gear.
Okay.
It awful. Then they said there's RNG protection in it, which would give us a you could trade in these things. You can disintegrate all the gear you get,
Okay.
and you would get these things called tech fragments, which is
kinda like
basically
components.
right. Exactly. It's unassembled components are converted now to these tech fragments. But the problem is you need so many of them to get a piece of gear. It's not worth it.
Right.
And the system is so rigged that I play a DPS Marauder. I was getting 270 gear drops for tanks. But I have to take the gear
Right.
because I can't get the next level of gear until I'm in 270s. So you have to take every piece of shit gear they give you.
Oh, right. And then go disintegrate it.
So bad. It gets even worse.
Okay.
You need all 14 pieces in the 270 shit gear in
Yeah.
order to start getting the next tier of gear.
Oh, Jesus.
It gets even worse. There's no set bonuses on the gear that they're giving you, which is green gear. A set bonus, Nick, in case you don't know, it's basically like when you have this gear, it gives you extra like attributes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you have the 7-piece set, you get this like mega bonus, which gives you, I know personally from a sniper, I don't play one, but I know a sniper has key things in their set bonuses that makes a difference for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're essentially taking key elements off of a tune to give you RNG.
Dang.
It's really bad.
You know what? Screw it, man. Let's just go. I'll go play WoW Classic. Oh my
No,
God.
no.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I got to give the bad before the good. So, if that's not bad enough, there's no clear path to get gear. And I know myself, if they said each piece of gear was 1,000 pieces of these tech fragments, and it takes 8 to 10 weeks if you're a hardcore player to max out whatever system,
Okay. That exists in like a hardcore
right?
section. Yep.
You get the best in slot gear, I'd be fine with it because, okay, there's a grind.
Yeah.
They can't create content as fast as we can consume it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
It took you months to beat it. I'll beat it in a week and a half.
Right. Right.
So you can't keep up with people in their gaming because everybody plays at a different level.
Right.
Or, I shouldn't say level, different speed.
Right. Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
So when they announced this whole Spoils of War thing, they made it so their big pitch was gear is going to be everywhere and you're going to be in best in slot gear in no time. So then you can work on the real end game gearing, which is horizontal progression. So they're giving you extra things called tacticals and amplifiers to boost your attributes.
Right.
But
so
it
you
doesn't change your gear rating. So once you're at top level, now you're going left or right.
Can, yeah. Like.
But those are freaking sexy. Have you read them?
Right. It's almost like a loadout in Call of Duty.
Yeah. Like your perk. You're picking your perks.
Yeah, you're picking your perks.
You can get. Yeah. I get you.
So what I'm trying to say is, that was their claim is like the real end game gearing starts once you get horizontal. But Max made a post in the forums that explained, like, it could take you a year to get in best in slot gear
Before
for
you
your
even start.
turn, for
Yeah.
your tune in the current system.
Right.
So everybody has been bombarding BioWare for days
Yeah.
or week. Whenever I think they released this thing a week ago. They've changed some of the stuff.
Oh, that's good.
They've listened. I'm tipping my hat to them because they actually listened. Now, they haven't fixed it, but it's a start.
Yeah.
The big discussion in this gearing thing is that some people are like, well, who cares? It's like there's progression. Who cares if it's RNG? You're going to just deal with it, and you're going to figure it out, and you're going to go. I agree to that if you do unranked PvP,
Mm-hmm.
story mode operations, veteran mode flashpoints, or story content.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that content, But gear doesn't matter at those tiers.
Right.
For myself and the two gentlemen that are in our show, or on our show, we do a harder tier of operations. I'm not a Nightmare Raider. I would love to be, but I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
So I'm in like that mid-tier level, which I still suck because I don't know my left from my right. But what I'm trying to say is the gear is going to matter a lot for our teams because come 6.0, how are we going to go into hard mode raids again if we can't get the gear?
Right.
So I'm really worried about it.
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the people who actually would be caring about gear level are not going to be able to get it in as an efficient of a way as they had advertised previously.
Right. In
theory are still like that's still their game plan is to be able to get you guys to get it fairly efficiently.
Correct.
Because you're the people, or the I guess player demographic that really cares about the gearing. So if it's a much longer slog for the other sort of play styles, who cares? Yeah,
it gives
because
them,
it doesn't matter anyway.
Well, I shouldn't say who cares because people could care. Because
but it doesn't. But it's not as directly affecting their play style.
Right. You may want the best in slot gear.
Right. But you don't need it.
But you don't need it.
As
a
an
Nightmare
entry
Raider.
point. Yeah.
Right. Where Nightmare Raider needs that higher tier of gear so they can work on their horizontal progression to be able to beat these ops again because new levels, because we're going up to 75, new levels mean new tiering, new levels, new difficulties because they have to retune the bosses and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Death Star Troopers is trying to beat as many operations as we can before 6.0 or beat as many bosses as we can because who knows what operations are going to look like come 6.0.
Smart. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
All the cheese will be gone.
Right. So here's my small rant. I'm worried for Death Star Troopers and Tusken City Raiders. We have found our stride, I should say, in veteran mode ops. I'm worried that this system, the way it is sitting, it's going to take way too long to get us back to where we were pre 6.0.
Mm-hmm.
I understand they're going to be level scaling all the operations.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, they're going to level scale it, but your gear will be tier scaled.
So your 270 will be skewed down to
242
or whatever.
But you'll be scaled that way. But what if they scale it too much?
Right.
Scale it down or scale it up. And then you're not doing enough DPS no matter what you do to beat the boss.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wait for them to fix the operation.
Right.
Because clearly they're tuned too high.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we're running through it, it's tuned too low.
Right.
So I'm hoping that they can get the level sync right. That really isn't the gear, but the level sync of the operations. Now, I really don't want to go back to doing story mode ops again. I will do them to get gear because that's what you have to do. You do the story mode operations and you do the master mode flashpoints, and that gets you the tier ready for veteran mode operations, and it scales.
Right.
I like that idea, but there has to be a clear path to get the gear. So if I don't want to do all that and I can just earn these tech parts and just buy the pieces I want, even if it takes me 6 months, not really, or 3 months or whatever it is, at least I have a path to get the best gear in the game.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
They are slowly changing it, and I'm not a spokesperson for BioWare. I love this game.
Yeah.
And I was having this conversation with Doc SWTOR earlier, and I said, my life is my wife,
Mm-hmm.
my kids,
Mm-hmm.
my family,
Right.
my job, and this game.
Yeah.
That's what I do every day.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I care about the game, but I don't want to see him fuck it up. Straight up.
Yeah. I get you.
So BioWare, I know you're going to listen to this.
Please don't screw it up.
Thank you. and thank you for listening to the people. And really, Zamzam started this thing because she's so positive, but she like tore it apart. She's like, "This is the worst thing ever," and like blog post after blog post about why it's bad.
Like detailing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's going to be crazy coming October 22nd.
For now.
Okay, Beaux and Corvenas, what do you guys think of that? What I just said, and what do you think about the gearing coming up?
Go ahead. Beaux.
One question first. Have they
Yep.
implemented the level sync stuff for raids and stuff on a PTS yet?
No,
So they haven't even tried to push that yet.
no, but it's coming because they said it's coming. That I'm guessing it'll be in PTS round 3.
But if everything's gonna be level synced and stuff back to where it should be anyway, the gear you're currently in, that shouldn't keep you from going back to still doing veteran mode stuff, right?
The way I understand it, and maybe I'm reading it wrong, is the gear. So if you're in purple gear, it's going to bring you back in that tier. When your level sync down, you will be in purple gear from whatever time that operation came out. If you're in the legendary gear, you're going to be scaled to the best gear in the game for that op.
So traditionally, it shouldn't keep you from still doing hard mode content at that point. Then, now
You can
Maybe
do
now
it.
if they level sync it and say you go back and do EV on EV, is it? And say you're still in 242 or 248, 252 gears. Let's say you're in 258 gears. Is it going to drop 270 gear in EV? The way they're talking, or no?
It's gonna.
No, it's going to drop the next tier.
Well, yeah. So it'll be dropping the newest gear in RNG boxes and tech fragments. There's, as of right now, today, there is no set pieces of gear that drops off the boss. So I know that SOA drops an offhand. There's going to be none of that in
6.0.
in 6.0.
But it will drop your next tier of gear, right? You'll still be able to progress even doing
Correct. Yep. Yes. Correct. In the renowned boxes, it will be giving you the next item, the item rating you're at. It'll give you the next tier from it. But if you're in 242 gear, it's going to be dropping 248 gear.
I mean, realistically, if you play and you play a lot, I mean, how long is that really going to take?
Well,
At that rate?
if you go
if you're not getting stuff for you per se, that could take forever.
right, if
like
it's
as
what
Marcus
if
being a
you're
marauder,
a tank?
Yeah.
What if you were getting marauder gear?
I guess I'm building.
and you just keep
I guess
getting
I'm building a
you
DPS
just
set
keep getting
at that point.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I mean-
But if your main is a tank and you need to gear your tank, you need tank gear. Like I know there's a couple people that are an operative and they're getting tank gear on their operative.
I've seen some of the messages over that. Like they didn't get
Yeah,
anything
so-
for themselves at all. So
Well, that's my point. That's the problem right
Yeah.
now. If our boxes that we get dropped specific gear for our tunes, it would be great. That would fix the
I'd be
problem.
okay with them dropping either like anything from tank to DPS gear. You know, whatever your class is allowed. You know, if you're a DPS healer, dropping both type variants in the boxes, I'd be okay with. You know.
Is it so bonkers to? Well, no, you can't. It's just dropping gear. It's not like a. So me being mostly story mode, or just playing the story content stuff. When you complete a mission, you get an option. Do you want for me? Do you want the DPS build gear, or do you want the tank build gear? It'd probably be a mega pain in the ass on the back end to do. But
it's basically what Core is saying.
yeah, why couldn't you just? It would be cool if you could just pick hey, this is going to give you a chest piece or whatever. Do you want the tank one or do you want the DPS one?
Right. Or at the beginning of an operation or a match, you click a button like do you want to go with the light side or go with the dark side? I want DPS or healer or tank gear.
Right.
Click a button, and then your gear is tiered towards that.
Right.
I'd be okay with that too, but there's none of that.
Right.
If you're a DPS, you shouldn't be getting tank gear,
Right.
no matter what.
What
Agreed.
about the 3 options you get on Ossus? I found that annoying because I've been waiting for the bracers since it dropped, and I still haven't gotten
What?
it. And I do it every week.
Oh,
Well-
the
Yeah, but you just go up to the vendor and buy it.
But
with
I
your
gotta save
crystals.
I gotta save my crystals so I can get the 258 gear.
Right, but so what? Go spend 2 crystals on a 252 bracer. Who cares?
No, I already did. I was just saying it was annoying.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, it is annoying. But the whole thing I'm trying to explain is that on OSIS, you have a clear path to get gear. You can grind your butt off, get those crystals, and go purchase the gear you want. You can go do the Hive Queen boss or get some boxes and get 252. But if you want to just go buy the 252 gear, you can with those crystals.
Mhm.
Once you're at a reputation rank that they say, okay, you've earned champion rank, now you can go buy that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here or not, but I believe Eric, when they were on your show, if I remember right, I could be completely wrong here. I swore I remember them saying like you were able to go like you'd be able to go buy gear too eventually. Like they would have
Well,
a vendor or whatever.
Yep. So so you can disintegrate.
The bullshit gear that you don't need.
Correct. You can disintegrate it, and then you take those tech fragments, and you will be able to purchase the gear. But the problem is the gear cost. It's not working like that. It's not giving you that option to do it right now.
Because it costs so much,
Correct.
so many tech fragments that it's not feasible to get that.
It's like 1,500 tech fragments to get a piece of gear, but
But how many are you getting from disintegrating?
You're
something?
only getting 6.
Ooh.
That's preposterous.
So the whole but then you can take your 25 tech fragments and buy an RNG box and roll the dice that you're going to get something you want. So all I'm trying to say is it just needs tweaking. They're close. They're listening to us. I think RNG is a part of all gaming in the future because nobody can make enough content to sustain
yeah,
people.
it's part of the way you can prolong.
I mean,
things while still keeping.
I mean,
people
it's like
engaged.
look how long WoW Classic's already out, and there's already people at max level. I mean, it's been out for a week now, and people are already at max level out of stuff to do on WoW Classic. Like yeah,
Really?
yeah. There's already max level people, and if you've played old WoW or played Classic at all, you know how hard it is to level. And there's people already at max level.
And that proves our point that we're trying to make.
How do you do that? Like, they must be taking like amphetamines of some kind.
Well,
or something.
Elder Scrolls
Nah, man, they're paying somebody.
Elder Scrolls Online. Well,
Oh, that's
like
true,
when ESO dropped, the level cap for it was 50, and then you had like basically kind of like Star Wars' command rank,
Veteran ranks.
whatever you want to call them. They were there, and I think they went to 10. They didn't have a single raid at launch or nothing for Elder Scrolls Online, and there were people that hit 50 and quit playing the game. Hit it within like 3 days, and they quit playing the game because they had
That's
nothing to
crazy.
do. Because also was available at max level was still just to do like the big siege PvP stuff. So, I mean, it's typical. It happens.
Yeah, that still blows my mind though.
I mean, they've been around this long, at the pace they've given us since Dreadmasters. It's been really, really slow. I mean, I think they're okay with their pace they've set and the RNG they're providing.
Right. So, needless to say, they're working on it.
So, in guild news, we're going to be rating Lord of the Rings Online Saturday, September 21st,
9 p.m.
Eastern Time. Come download the game. Come into Mordor. You put Midgard, but that's from God of the War, not.
I don't know what's the whole like.
How
realm
long is it going
called?
to take me to download? I mean, to
I don't know.
level up.
Well, no. So I don't actually no. So I wrote Midgard to really be funny towards Nick because he just played
God of War. I
God of
almost
War.
said it. I really almost said it.
Yeah,
If
but
you
what's
hadn't
the
said-
land? What's the land in Lord of the Rings called?
I forgot.
What do you mean you forgot? It's like your favorite goddamn game.
I know.
Like Shadow of War.
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth. There it is.
Thank you.
Come on, guys. I thought this said nerds, working class nerds.
I know. I had a brain
What's
fart.
that place in, with the small
With-
people? They're like
the
elves.
hairy-
Well, that's like
with
hobbits.
with the hairy feet and the.
They live in the Shire.
with the food.
I know that, but anyway. So
Called Gelflings.
in AIE, the Nomads channel used to do this some time ago. I don't know when. They used to raid a game. So we picked Lord of the Rings Online because Mal, one of our officers in AIE, he's been running SNL, Saturday Night Lotro. So the plan is 9 o'clock Eastern, real world time. All you have to do is have hard drive space. That's it. It's free to play. Come. We're gonna do the first area. I called it the first planet, and Max was like, "It's one land." And I was like, "So we're gonna essentially we're all gonna be the same type of tune, whether it's human, elf, whatever,
Orc,
whatever it is, Hobbit. Anyway, we're gonna all be the same.
Wood Elf,
We're all gonna be the same thing."
Orakai.
And whatever. Yeah, I kind of like the dwarf idea just because it would be funny to see a bunch of dwarfs hanging out.
With all the
Anyways,
same exact
but
beard.
Mal's going to be able to walk us through these quests. We're going to talk to Gandalf and all that stuff. And we'll essentially get out of the open area in the first night. He said it takes about an hour or so. So if we all do that, then essentially we've all gotten a gift into another MMO to continue playing it because it's completely free to play. All you need is
core. We're gonna go.
I'm going.
I'm
even
downloading it right now.
Oh, me too. Yeah, me too.
All right. So it's going to be fun. And even if you delete it off your hard drive after it's done, it'll just be a fun night hanging out in Midgard. Anyways.
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth.
Damn it.
What do you mean I can't name my tune Boromir?
I think that name was probably taken like the first
second. There's probably
Second.
Boromir, 4,023,000.
Exactly.
Anyway, the next mega is
September 27th.
what are we doing next?
We're going to be doing the Advanced Magenta Crystal Quest.
So I'm pretty sure you can buy this crystal, but I guess there's a really cool quest line to do this crystal, to get it. So I've never done it.
But
So we're going to go do it. There's a guide for it, which we'll follow to the T. And come join us at 9 p.m. Eastern Time over here on the real server, the Starforge.
Mhm.
And everybody is welcome to come do it. So
Oh, that's cool.
Also, hey, don't forget, every Tuesday is Mandatory Fun Night, where the fun is mandatory, but attendance is not. That is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Starforge server, and everybody's welcome also. That's for everybody, I believe.
yeah, and if you want to come play, and all of this sounds fun to you,
Go to aie-guild.org, jump in the Discord, get the info, and ask for a guild invite, whether you play SWTOR or any of our other games. Come on down. We'd love to have you.
You know what I have to do, Nick, is the next episode.
Yeah.
We should do a mandatory fun night rundown
Okay.
because every night of the week there's a mandatory fun night in all of the MMOs.
Oh, really?
Every night.
Like Tuesday is SWTOR.
Tuesday's SWTOR, I think. Sunday is Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
Fridays is ESO. I don't know what night Guild Wars 2 is. World of Warcraft is Friday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern. Their new braid, which basically if you're max level in WoW,
Yeah.
you can go. It doesn't matter about your gear. They will carry you through raids and get you gear.
That's fun.
But it's I want to do it just because I hear the raids in WoW are awesome.
Sure.
Anyways, Nick, we've been at this for a little bit. How are you feeling right now?
My legs are jiggling, and I might explode.
Okay, let's take a break.
We'll be right back. And we're back. So today we're discussing the Rise of Skywalker trailer number 2. So right now, all of us are going to go watch the trailer. So feel free to go ahead and pause the podcast and go watch it yourself, and you can react along with us. Be right back.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, click.
That's not Ray.
Can you hear my sound?
Yeah.
So you muted yours?
Yeah.
Princess Leia, Han Solo.
Yeah,
Guido.
cute.
Oh.
Ugh. Like, ugh. The Imperial Walkers are so dope.
I know.
Imperial troops have entered the base. I love you. I know.
No.
Oh, do it.
Use your hate.
Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon's the man. He's coming back.
No, he's not.
Oh, I can't wait. Mace Windu, he's the man.
He's not dead.
Poor Anakin.
hard.
That shit had to hurt.
Yeah.
Ooh, Princess Leia. Like,
She's so hot.
ugh.
Who, Princess Leia?
I can't believe she's gone.
No. Yeah. So have you got... Never mind.
And Rey wakes up. Oh, my God.
Christmas. This is way too loud.
That looks so CG.
Them
That was
shits
real.
are Imperial
I know.
Star Destroyers.
They've been hiding behind this
And-
planet all this time.
And that's HKC-3PO.
HKC-3PO. Is its end.
That was
Wow.
so epic.
It was so epic.
I wish a word could describe how preposterously loud that was in our headphones.
It was worth every second.
every bit of hearing loss. It was so
So loud. Like, my ears are ringing, but it was worth every second. So, first off,
Yep.
I liked how they showed how the movies were released
Mm-hmm.
and in the path of that, first of all. Second, I just want to say, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, because
R.I.P.
you were my first
Yep.
love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I found myself
peace.
sexually while she was sitting in front of that fat slug.
I think lots of us did.
Anyway, I don't even know how you want to start this, Nick. You're usually the
The movie dissection guy.
yeah, like, how do you want to go about this?
Well, so
Because there's so much to say.
obviously, a good bulk of the trailer, probably 2/3 of it, is the older movies. You know, so you've got the original trilogy, then the prequels, and then some footage from the first two movies in the sequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So we really get about 40 to 45 seconds of new trailer footage. So I guess we could just take it from the top, go through scene by scene here if you'd like to.
Yeah, that's great. I'm completely fine with that, but I want to ask Beaux and Core,
Mm-hmm.
what did you guys think of as the trailer started and it scrolled through all the movies?
I thought it was just gonna be like a BS saga ends kind of trailer, you know, just something to throw at us. But then they gave us the beaver nuggets at the end,
Right.
and I was like,
I was like, yes, new stuff.
it's fake. There's no double-bladed two-prong lightsabers out there. It's real. This is
Right.
fan made.
Exactly.
Core, what did you think?
I was disappointed when it got to the new stuff. That's all.
You
No,
goddamn lie.
like
You creamed your panties. Don't lie.
no, I'm excited because it's another Star Wars movie. You know, because I love the franchise as a whole. I've been really disappointed with the whole franchise since Disney took over.
Not me.
It's fair enough. Like,
That's fair.
but I just want to remind everybody that 20 years ago when Phantom Menace came out, everybody hated it.
I loved
loved
that
it.
movie back
Oh,
then.
I loved it
10.
too. Like, Darth Maul is the best character, like, best villain ever.
Thank you for bringing a new lightsaber to the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The double-sided.
So anyway, so Nick, now we can get into whatever you wanted. But I just wanted your. Oh, Nick, what did you think of the first time you saw it?
So my initial impression was, oh, great. They're just gonna I'm not actually gonna see anything new. It's just sort of rehashing old
Filler.
stuff, like filler. Yeah. And then they got to the ending. I was like, oh, this is from the other movies. And then same exact question. Oh, what is this, fan made or something? And then they got to stuff from the new movie, and I was like, oh, this is new. Especially, I think it was the shot of the Star Destroyers, and I was like, holy shit! It's like, wait a minute, those aren't even. And then you and I saw it at basically the same time, and first thing you texted me was, those are Imperial Star Destroyers, not First Order, like all caps.
Yep. Well,
And
I'm
that's
an
when
all
my-
caps guy.
That's when my interest was piqued, and I went back and rewatched it.
Not
about
the only thing that was peaking.
7 or 8 times.
So, okay, can I just tell you?
Yeah.
Immediately, the first thing that popped into mind is Rey is going back in time, or all of the Jedi are going to be Force ghosts, and they're going to be talking to Rey.
Okay. That sounds really interesting. Do you... and I
Immediately,
really-
the first thing I saw. So, there's a link. If you Google Star Wars actors react to the D23 trailer.
Yeah.
They're on the red carpet right
Uh-huh.
after it was announced,
Yeah.
and John Boyega and Daisy Ridley and somebody else, all of them are like, John Boyega's like, this is the end. When this is over, you're going to know this is it. There's no more. This is it. It's over. Skywalker saga is done. So, like, that says to me, like, they're putting everybody is going to be in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're probably
It's
going
gonna-
to pull a
It's going to be like
Shakespeare and
cheese.
kill everybody.
Yeah. It's going to be like Cheese Fest, and, like, I'm going to cry my eyes out.
So I want to hear how you think the time travel thing might work, but do you want to just give a quick rundown of like the scenes first, then
Sure.
we'll go back and
Yeah.
do overall
Mhm.
tinfoil hat?
Are you going to do
Attitude?
all the old shit? Or
No, just the new things.
Okay.
So in the show notes, I have like the first scene is they're on like a desert planet overlooking like a sort of a party type of thing,
So-
or like
Party.
a big old like
Farmer's market.
It looks like a farmer's market. I was gonna say a bazaar, but I like farmer's
Is
market.
that the same scene?
Right. That's what I wanted to ask you about. So this shot looks very similar to the first trailer, where
The
it's the snow. Is it the snow planet that they're on?
I
No,
forget
where
where
it's
the
Endor.
shot of them.
It's
Ocean they're
Endor.
looking at.
It's Endor.
Well-
where the Death Star is?
No, where
It's Endor.
the,
It's not the moon.
The few of them are just looking at.
The second Death Star.
Okay, I forgot the shot.
It's
got to
be.
Trailer.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's sitting in the ocean, isn't it?
Yeah, that's in the ocean. But I didn't know. I knew there was a shot of like these characters looking out at a big expanse, like a big landscape. I didn't remember which landscape they were looking
They
at.
could be just fucking with us. Like they did for Infinity War. You see the Hulk in
Yeah,
the
and then
Infinity
you
War
don't.
trailers, and then you never see him.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you do. but
Nick,
go
come
ahead.
over here.
Okay. Please hold.
No, I just like. Can you see that? So that looks just like that shot, in only Finn, Poe, and Rayer's there. But wait. I'm gonna just now. But the first shot, Chewie is there, and
They're in the background. Right?
correct. So what I'm thinking is
Is it like a parallel timeline type?
no.
of thing?
I just think they're fucking with us with the CGI
I think
because
they're
everything
fucking
is
with
done on a green screen.
Right.
And Hype Train, like I think the Kylo Ren
Shot.
Rey fight is real. I think it's really on like the Death Star.
Right.
And just for the record, it looks like a tractor beam post, but we'll get into that later.
Right.
Anyways, let's go scene by scene. Go.
So after that scene, we get a shot of Carrie Fisher pretty clearly on Endor.
Yep, and
That
that
looks
is,
CG.
the
Not too
one-
bad.
It
a
looks
little-
like the chick from the end of what was that movie that came out first?
Rogue One?
Rogue One. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait.
No, it just looks like that's real Carrie Fisher.
The old Carrie Fisher?
That's
Nah,
she's.
that looks like a CG.
No, they said they're
cover-up.
not doing that.
They said they had enough footage to not
They
have to CG a
lied.
thing.
Well, you can.
I
They
don't
lied
think so.
To you.
Anyways,
I think the silhouettes. Then the next shot we have silhouettes of some, X-wings and Y-wings. It looks like,
Dropping
or
out
the
of hyperspace.
the newer version. I didn't think that was overly remarkable.
well, it is because when they left, they said they had no help
right.
and nothing was left.
Basically, yeah.
All they had was the Millennium Falcon and 5 dudes.
Right.
Or 15 people.
Yeah.
Right?
We can repopulate.
Well, we can repopulate. But
And then
the Mon Calamari ship in the back.
Yep.
Where did that come from?
Right. Where did that come from? And although I heard that there was a time jump in this, so it might just be in the future, and they've got
Well, of
some
course,
resources.
of course, she's going to talk to all of the Jedi.
That's true. Yeah, that are remaining.
Yep, because Luke in two trailers now has said we have passed everything down 1,000 generations.
Are with you now. Yeah.
Right, correct. So like she's it,
Right.
and she's gonna go dark side. But anyways,
They're fucking with us.
So then the next shot I'm really excited about. We see an absolute ton of Imperial Star Destroyers,
Palpatine's back.
and it could be Palpatine. See, me having just read a bunch of Thrawn books, it would be really cool to get a little Thrawn cameo in here with so many Star Destroyers.
Okay,
Just saying, it would be cool if like they were in the unknown regions of space and came out, and Thrawn was like, "Sup, bitches! I got an armada."
I think I'm being serious when I say this. Everybody is going to be in this movie. Thrawn is going to be in this movie. Ahsoka is going to be in this movie as a live-action
Sakil
character.
Shan.
Well, I don't know.
Revan. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not Old Republic.
Well, hey, but who's like? I just really truly feel like if they're in the Skywalker saga, they're going to be in this.
yeah,
Like even if it's for a brief second,
right.
because like if you read it, listen to all of the books, all of the new books, like quote Lothal from Star Wars Rebels, like the planet Lothal,
Yeah.
like Ezra
Lothal,
Bridger,
yeah.
like all of these characters that have been created in the
Lothal
Disney.
is in the newer Thrawn trilogy
Correct,
too.
it is. But what I'm saying is, I think Disney is going to tie it all together in this movie.
Yeah, like even if we got like somebody giving an order and be like, Admiral Thrawn, can you fire all weapons or something, and then you one shot at him and he
Right, that's all they
says
need.
an order, and they
That's all
cut
they
back, and that's all I
Now
want.
he's canon.
Right.
exactly.
It.
Cor, what do you think about these Star Destroyers? You've been really quiet. I know we talk a lot.
I don't know. I try to keep my speculations on stuff to a minimum. Like you said already with like the Infinity War pushing Hulk and it's not there. Like I don't want to get on a hype train for shit
And get
and
disappointed.
get completely disappointed.
How can you? Oh, all right. So this is a great question because every single person I know, other than you, is on a hype train. So
There's something to be said about that, though.
yeah,
So,
but
go ahead.
No, but it's the last of your entire
believe
life.
It's true.
I don't believe
No,
it.
no, no,
Like
no.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
for this
no, no, no.
saga, though.
It's no. There's going to be other Star Wars movies, but this is there. After this movie, there's no more Star Wars Skywalker movies.
I thought that
Or-
after episode 3.
Well, no. Yeah, but now, no. They always said there was going to be a final trilogy. But what I'm trying to say to you is, they've made it very clear that the Skywalker saga is over. Now, like the Mandalorian happens somewhere in the timeline and stuff, but like the movies with Luke and all this stuff, it's over. Like my entire life is commencing to this one point. Like I used to ruin VHS tapes because I would
So,
watch it so much.
I have the
Right.
So is this a cry
I
for
have the
help?
original
Do
Marcus.
we need to call somebody?
Marcus, I have the original
Yeah.
trilogy on Laserdisc.
All right.
I've been a fan of Star Wars since I can remember. But they
Exactly, this is my
they've
point.
killed everybody that I give a shit about, though. Pretty much, everybody's dead.
Well, who? There's only one
Chewie's
person
still
dead.
alive.
Chewie's it. I mean,
Yeah, but there's only one person dead.
C-3PO is still alive.
No,
So
Luke and Han are dead. Ish.
Well, Luke became
Yeah,
one with the Force.
Yeah, but Luke's going to be in this movie. He's going to be a Force ghost.
Yeah.
He narrates both trailers. He's
They're
going
fucking with us.
to do something.
No, he's going to be there.
And he didn't
trust
even actually die. He literally went into the Force at
He
the
became one with the
he's
Force.
dead.
end.
He's
Yeah,
dead. That's it. He's dead. Like,
yeah, but Obi-Wan was still in.
2 and 3.
Empire Strikes
Or,
Back.
5 and 6, yeah.
So,
True. True that.
I mean,
So,
same deal.
how
I'm
long
not-
did you see them? A couple seconds here, a couple seconds there. The
That's true.
movies themselves didn't follow those characters anymore.
Okay.
Like,
I get you.
Well,
That's
okay.
fair.
So, Harrison Ford asked to be written off.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like he's like, I'm done with this character, whatever. Luke, Disney did Luke dirty.
Yeah.
I believe that through and through. I agree with you 100%. Mark Hamill
would have played him.
should have
always.
been Luke as Luke.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, the population, some love The Last Jedi, some hate it. Whatever it is, the fact is that Mark Hamill should have been in The Force Awakens. He should have.
Yeah.
He was.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but right at the end, that's just that's not.
That's cliffhanger
No,
teaser.
That's the person
all
I.
it is.
Right. Yeah, but that's what I want. But that should have been in the middle of the movie. I wanted to see Luke
Like
like
do stuff.
like act. I don't care. Like he can hate the Force and shut it off. Like okay, whatever. Like I don't like that part.
you want
but
to
like,
see the character do stuff.
like I just want to see the character.
Yeah.
And then so I agree with you there. But like, it's unfortunate what happened to Carrie.
right.
Like terrible. It's terrible because I feel like the last movie would have been all about Carrie Fisher.
Right.
It would have been so the first movie was Han, second movie was Luke,
Third
movie would have been Leia.
Right.
End the trilogy.
Right.
Powerful woman role ends, Disney wins.
Yeah.
Right? But so I agree with you, but there's really only, there's only really one person actually like died in the show. Luke did what a Jedi does. He found the Force again and he became one with it.
Right. Pretty much.
Now,
So,
just
go
one thing.
ahead.
Now, out of the new generation of movies, from 7 on, new introduced characters,
Mhm.
do you like any of them on the scale that you do the old characters? Any of them?
No, of course not.
Hell no.
Well,
I mean, okay, so I like Rey as like.
I like BB-8.
Of course, I don't like Rey as much as I like Luke or Anakin from the original or Obi-Wan. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like her as much as the other main characters because I've spent so much more time with them.
but yeah, that's the point. You can't.
You can't possibly expect to.
My favorite character is still the best character in the movie. Like my favorite character in all the Star Wars is R2-D2.
Yeah.
That's my tune. That's my character.
tune.
Like I wish Star Wars: The Old Republic would allow us to play a droid because that would be like a droid playable race would be the greatest thing ever for me.
I feel like they need a separate class.
No, but no. Why can't a droid be
An Imperial agent.
no, just be anything. Just be anything. Like
Yeah.
why can't it be anything?
Right.
It can be a sniper, it can be anything, but like let us play as a droid. But I'm getting
So
on
everybody would basically be playing as HK, is what you're saying.
HK, or what if you could be an R2-D2 droid? Like that would be like the races you get to pick.
Yeah. an
Like the
astromech.
different
tank.
droid things.
That'd be
Like
That'd
that would
be
be
fun.
amazing because they can all speak basic. Yeah, it would be because you get T7 and he can beep boop beep boop beep his answers. You just got to read.
Right.
Anyways, we're getting off subject. It's hard for me to like any of the characters from the new saga as much as the others because I've been watching the characters since 1987
Right.
when I was old enough to watch Star Wars and I was introduced to it. So I can't even compare these characters. But like John Boyega's character is probably my favorite of all the new canon.
Yeah.
Like he was a stormtrooper and he was like, F this, I'm out.
Yeah. And now he's like fighting for what he thinks
He's
is
fighting for the resistance or the rebels.
right. Yeah.
Like that to me, he's awesome. He's my favorite Star Wars character of the new
see,
canon.
see,
get you.
see, he's my least favorite character out of all of it.
Why?
But that's what's great. That's what's great about this is everybody has an opinion about what part of Star Wars
I
they love.
like Jar
Right.
Jar Binks better than I do.
Oh, come on.
Period. I'm sorry, I do.
That's just terrible. I thought we were friends. You broke my heart.
I mean, but
I think
I
he's
mean,
really.
every-
wait, are you?
if I broke your heart, whatever. It's what I don't
No,
care.
no, that's the best part. You're making this show better by this because I like am truly intrigued, like by why you feel that way.
I feel like he's a filler character. Like there's nothing to him. He's cut and dry. There's nothing. There's no point for him even being there.
But he has a plot.
Yeah, he does.
He has a love interest now.
He
does.
He met
I don't
Ray
know.
for 5 seconds and then got drug into a bunch of bullshit with this, and all of a sudden he's now he's part of the resistance and he's this big deal for what?
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
that's-
wait,
time out.
wait,
That's the
time
same
out.
thing as
Yeah, but-
Han Solo.
yeah, but-
he just happened to get asked to give
But
Luke
he's
and
not- but he's
Obi-Wan a
a
ride.
badass.
But he
But Han's
wasn't.
Han
he
was
wasn't.
a badass, even from the first time you see Han.
And he's a player.
Yeah, but Finn was a stormtrooper. He went through all the training and stuff.
Nah, he was a little bitch. He was in sanitation.
All right,
Finn-
but
Finn
can I
couldn't
just
even
say
shoot
this?
anybody.
No.
Like,
Okay, yeah, because he didn't believe in it.
whatever. I mean,
He's a pacifist.
I couldn't shoot somebody if I didn't believe they needed to die.
That's true.
So my point is, so Finn as a character, he leaves the First Order because he's like, I don't believe in this shit. Gets Poe to fly him off the planet. He lands on the planet, meets Rey. Rey is his ticket out of there, so he leaves. The second he meets Maz, he's trying to go on another ship to run the fuck away.
Right.
So he doesn't want to be a part of the Resistance. Then the First Order shows up, and he's like, oh, shit, where's Rey? And they're like, we don't know. She's just hanging out in the woods with BB-8. And he's like, oh, my God.
I feel like an asshole for
For
abandoning
leaving.
her.
Yeah, I feel like a jerk. He goes and finds her, and then he's like, holy shit, the First Order just wiped away this planet and everybody on it because of me and Rey and the Resistance.
Right.
Fuck them. I'm joining the Resistance. And then, oh shit, in The Last Jedi, guess what he tries to do again? Run
Leave.
the fuck away.
Right.
And Rose tases him. So he doesn't even want to be a part of the Resistance. So he's not being a bitch. He's a
he's
runner.
just a bitch.
It's
I mean,
Well,
like,
maybe he is, yeah. But he's still so like. But then in this timeline, in the new one, maybe he is real Resistance.
yeah.
Maybe he's not. I don't actually know because I haven't seen it yet. December 18th.
Right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And but okay, so you have your feelings.
We
But
do.
but just for the record, Finn is way
Way better than Jar Jar
Never.
Binks.
better
Never.
than Jar Jar Binks.
So back at the ranch. Speaking of Finn, the next shot was of Finn. And I don't know who the heck is sitting behind him. Probably a new
Wait a
character.
minute. You don't know that's the new girl character. That's Lando's daughter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Unofficially.
That's on me.
That is unofficial.
So I really want to talk about this next frame, though. 3PO has got red eyes.
So
3PO?
Doc SWTOR says he knows what's going on here.
Okay. What's his theory?
No, I'm not. I don't know because I won't let him tell me because I don't want him to spoil it if it's true.
Oh,
Like, I don't want to know.
okay.
Want to know what my theory is?
Sure.
Somebody turned him into an assassin droid.
That would be awesome.
that would make 3PO my
But-
favorite character of all the timelines, period. Forever.
If he just starts killing, if he just starts
Can you imagine?
trying to kill
That
people.
would be awesome.
So,
Yeah.
so my daughter watches Star Wars Droid Tales. It's a kids cartoon. In one of the episodes, they like go to steal the Jedi holocrons on Coruscant, and the
Yep.
Emperor's sitting there watching like videos of him winning, eating popcorn. It's hilarious. But one of the parts, they Bail Organa reprogrammed C-3PO, and he comes out with a giant gun, and he's like, "I'm here to kill everybody." And Obi-Wan and Yoda are like, "C-3PO, what happened?" And he goes, "Don't worry, little green guy, I'll kill everybody." And Yoda's like, I'll smash all your parts and sell them if you don't shut up."
Is that
Essentially,
canon?
yeah, it is canon because it's a kids Disney show.
Fuck.
What do you mean? That's awesome.
That's great.
Clone
But-
Wars
but-
was cool and all, but nobody ever dies like viciously, graphically.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Time out.
Wait. Are you serious? Like, did you watch Ventress die? Like, that shit was
Ventress-
painful.
Ventress got
Ventress
mutilated.
is my favorite Clone Wars character.
I agree. You know why for me? Marauder.
She a bad bitch. I bet she knows her right from her left.
And Count Dooku is bad to the bone.
Yeah.
Like, bad to the
And
bone. Like, Yoda would have beaten him in Attack of the Clones,
But
but, like, Yoda chose to save his people. Because Obi-Wan and Anakin would have died if he
didn't. Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's
So-
why Pope's head sucks.
So, Beaux, what do you think of? So my theory is they turn C-3PO into an assassin droid, and he goes bananas. What is your theory on the red eyes C-3PO?
I actually know what's going on. Do you want me to tell you?
No.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
If,
They're fucking with us. It's the whole red arm thing.
Red arm thing.
Just a red arm.
Oh,
You
right.
probably didn't recognize me because of my red eyes. They're fucking with us.
Oh, I hope it's not just that, but
It's
you could be
not.
right. I feel like I would hope it's more significant than that. That's kind of what I put in the notes. Is like, is he possessed or is he just got like night vision eyes?
Look
or
at the
something?
machines behind him.
They're fucking with us.
Well, maybe, but it's fun
that
to.
could be a repair chair or something. You know.
Yeah, that's kind of right. And he's just got like a different color eyes because they're
'Cause-
being repaired.
Assassin droid.
R2D2.
I mean, we would all
So-
love for
Fuck with us.
3PO to be an assassin droid,
a badass.
but probably not gonna happen.
Anyway, so in the next scene, we see the red beam hitting the ground.
So my notes, I said Mega Death sorry, my notes say Mega Death Ray is mega. It's just destroying some stuff. So that's not. If I don't remember what color was Starkiller Base's stuff.
Red.
Red.
They were red. That's what I thought. Do you think that they did a Death Star again and are trying to rebuild it?
No, I don't
No,
think
they
there's.
did a Star Killer base.
See, I just think this is a flashback from during. There's going to be there's going to be. Okay, this movie is going to go to every timeline of the series. Somehow,
Oh.
some way, there's going to be a vision. Maybe Rey goes back in time.
Or maybe Ray looks back in time.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Can learn from the old Jedi's.
Exactly, from every generation. And I think this is just going to be Starkiller Base
It's
killing a
Alderaan.
planet. No, because that would have been green.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
this looks snowy sort of, but yeah, it could be cool because that could explain sort of the next shot where she's in the woods and she throws the lightsaber.
That's
Endor.
That's pretty clearly
Yep.
Endor,
Yep.
and she's it could be that like Luke's told her how to like look back in time, and she's learning lessons, and then she's trying stuff out as she learns it, which is why she goes into lumberjack mode and hacks the tree down there.
Yeah.
So the next shot, I think they are definitely fucking with us. The next shot is Kylo Ren walking away from his, TIE fighter.
it's out of
And
fuel.
you're right. And it's blue tinted to where it looks like nighttime or maybe even snow. But if you look at the cracks in the ground, I think it's the same desert shot as the first trailer when the speeder is attacking Rey and she flips over it. I think that's the exact same scene or the same setting, and they just color changed it to fuck with us.
They're fucking with us.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Because if
you
that's
pay
what I
attention to
think.
the background, there's all that lightning, like a storm's blown in. So it may just be the coloration from the storm as well.
That's true.
Or they're fucking with us.
And it could be, since the color's the same there as in the shot with the Star Destroyer, Star Destroyers, that it's the same area, and the Star Destroyers roll in afterwards after Kylo's like, let me handle her by himself, and they're just chilling above the planet there. That could all be linked together.
I don't really have an opinion on this one.
This is me doing film breakdown stuff.
Yeah, it's just for me. It's just Kylo Ren being a DB.
Yeah. And then the penultimate shot, we've got Kylo and Rey dueling it out in front of the Death Star ruins by the ocean there. And you think this is a tractor beam section?
I do.
That's pretty cool. Which that's a pretty straightforward
Well,
shot.
to the
It's
left,
just
that
epic.
looks like a tower. The ones that
That's
take
the
out
tractor
in the
beam.
trench.
To the left
No?
is the tractor beam.
Oh, it does look like a tower. One of the gun towers, right?
Yeah, from the
I
trench.
killed many of those when in Rogue Squadron on the computer. The old video game from I don't know when.
On your old Packard Bell computer.
Exactly.
What if this that pathway that Luke flew down to blow up the Death Star?
the trench.
Yeah,
cool. It could
Yeah,
be.
but it so then that would mean.
It
Well,
looks
no,
wide enough
because-
in between those two.
Well, the thing that confuses me about this
Yeah.
is both Death Stars exploded.
Right.
Like,
There shouldn't really
Like
be
a balloon,
pieces,
they
right?
popped.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So, like, I'm really curious to see how they angle this
Yeah, like
to where there's like pieces of the Death Star.
because
But-
yeah,
In I don't know if it's deleted scenes or what from The Force Awakens, they found Sith artifacts in the original Death Star or in the second Death Star, and
like from the Emperor.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
like shots of that, like
Oh.
concept art.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I think this has all been
Why would you
planned
not put? Why would you
Right.
not put
They're
that in a
fucking
real
with us.
movie then? That's
I
like,
know, right?
because they're waiting for the final
that's
episode.
terrible.
I don't know.
Okay, with the moment we've all been waiting for.
the last scene, the last shot. So we've got clearly dark side Rey. She's in full Sith garb. Her face looks a little different. She's CGI'd up.
Yeah, she looks
evil. And
and really skinny.
And yeah, she looks substantially like gaunt, like the dark side is making her less healthy. And then she's got the sort of switch blade,
and it's unstable like Kylo Ren's blade.
Right, exactly. And then turns into the double blade lightsaber. So emotionally speaking, at first I was taken aback. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, I thought it was a little cheesy. But once it flipped into the 2, I'm like, okay, like maybe it's really not meant to be used in combat, like as the double blade in the first shot there, like we're both are like facing the same direction. And then when she flips it open, I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. Maybe it's just like a storage thing or something like that.
Yeah, don't want dragging on the ground from your hip.
Right. Which that kind of makes sense.
I just think it's a Force vision.
But, yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's a Force vision, but I think it would be really cool if Rey was, like, looking... Oh, well, yeah, that would be a Force vision. If she was looking in the future and, like, saw, like, herself or something like that.
It looks like a cave, just being honest.
Or, here's the thing. Or is it Xana?
Oh, okay, so for people who don't know, Xana was the apprentice to Darth Bane. And in the Darth Bane series of books, it's a cliffhanger. You don't know precisely whether or not he did this successfully, but he tries to use essence transfer and transfer his soul basically into Xana so that when she's killing him, he doesn't die. He just takes over her body.
Right.
And then in that way, he always controls the rule of 2.
Correct.
So he's always the master and then finds an apprentice and then just transfers into their body. That's the from the books, but I don't think those are canon.
They're not.
But still, that'd be cool.
Be.
And if Rey is like a descendant of Xana or something like that.
So, my big theory, and we'll ask you guys because I'm impatient.
Are we getting to the tinfoil hats yet, or are we waiting for that?
Well, this is total. Well, this whole
we're definitely drifting into tinfoil hat.
Yeah, well,
territory.
no, this is all tinfoil hat. This
whole
breakdown. Like, we can talk about what we think is going on, but really, truly, I think this is how the movie starts. I think it's going to start off with Rey seeing herself as Darkside Rey.
Yeah.
She looks sickly because she's committed to the dark side.
And she looks, especially with the double-sided lightsaber, she looks a lot like Darkside Jaina.
Right.
Which is great.
And she's training with Darth Vader, and the Emperor's in the background. And that's how the Force vision works.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you think that's the opening of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
And she knows that if, she doesn't stop all this, this is what happens.
Right. So what do you guys think? What do you think the context of this is? I guess, or might
Hype
be.
train.
You think it's all fake? You think we don't see this in the film at all?
I don't know. I mean, it's Rise of Skywalker. It's the only thing that really leads me to believe is that Kylo tries to redeem himself. So
right.
if I'm going based off that theory, I would almost say, we've heard Palpatine's voice and stuff. How do we know it's not an essence transfer from Palpatine into Rey?
You're right.
So that's kind of what I thought too. Like, okay, and it sounds stupid, but that's what I kind of thought initially without thinking it through. The red eyes from C-3PO were like it'd be an essence transfer into him or a possession of some kind. And the way that they're showing this audience that C-3PO possesses, his eyes turn red. And then same thing here with Rey. Maybe she gets taken over by Palpatine or something like that, and twist it in, and basically her mind control.
Wouldn't that be the greatest ending of all? To see the so-called Jedi hero get taken over by Palpatine and Kylo kills her.
And that's his redemption.
Is to finally kill.
Sounds very Shakespearean.
And then he kills the Emperor after. That would be awesome. I would love that.
Yeah,
honestly.
And it can show both dark going light
and light going dark. Yeah.
And complete the saga that way.
Yeah.
I'm holding my mic out in front of my hands, and I just dropped it on the ground. Great job, Core.
I hope that's how the movie goes.
It won't. But, I mean.
I know.
Well,
it'd be nice.
Well, I agree.
I don't think there's too much like marketing Disney type of stuff
But
with Rey, but
A couple. So I think the lightsaber is real. I think they're just creating another lightsaber because you can't have this in a movie and not put it in the movie.
right.
Like every single person out there is going to be ready to see Rey with a red lightsaber.
There's so many people making this lightsaber via cosplay.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is going to be cosplay everywhere.
Right.
Next Star Wars Celebration will be Darkseid Rey
Who's
everywhere.
ready for
Right.
this?
I'm gonna be
Who's ready for
Darkseid
that
Rey.
lightsaber release officially, so they can go buy it instead of just making it.
Not me.
Me. Well, none of my tunes have a
Double
hold
Because
on.
all your tunes are Sentinels or Marauders, like
Right.
That's it. You're a one-trick pony, Marcus.
Yeah.
We get it. So
Well, I know, but I really seeing this trailer really wants me to. I want to go see the movie.
So I have another piece of tinfoil attitude.
Sure.
So in the narration, which I nicely transcribed up top here, you hear Vader's voice at the end of Palpatine's narration there. So do you think
No,
Vader...
you just hear.
Sorry, his breathing is what I meant. So do you think that you're actually going to see an alive Anakin? Or, well, not an alive. He's obviously dead because he's
You're
going to
see Force Ghost.
It was
Anakin.
rumored he was on set.
Yeah, everybody is going to be in this movie.
Yeah.
It's going to
Except
be
for
you literally think everybody's going to be in this movie.
everybody.
Marcus wholeheartedly believes everybody's like, we're getting Thrawn. We're getting his rant earlier. We're getting everybody.
All right, so
maybe not.
if Thrawn's
Thrawn.
not in it, whatever.
Yeah.
I think they're going to give us live action Ahsoka,
Yeah.
or if not Ahsoka, we're getting Mara Jade. One of the two.
Right. I got to
Okay.
finish that trilogy so I know what happens with Mara Jade. I'm like 3/4 of the way through.
All right,
Heir of the
so
Empire.
but we're going to get some old legend characters that are going to be made canon in this.
Yeah.
I think with the new Clone Wars season coming out, the final season, I think Ahsoka in real like live action is going to be a real thing.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean, it'd be cool to
Right. Exactly. In that, yes.
She's going to be
because
old,
everybody-
obviously, but
Well,
they
right,
did
but
that
everybody.
with Episode 3, they took the Clone Wars on Cartoon Network, and it just transitioned into Episode 3.
Right.
right.
Yeah, that's how it ended. It went right to Episode 3. So, I think everybody is going to be in it. Mace, Samuel L. Jackson,
It's like a Force
Hayden.
Ghost.
Yep, Hayden Christensen,
I mean, how do we...
Ewan McGregor. Everybody is.
So you're
gonna
talking
be
like a 5-hour movie then. That's what like...
No, So John Williams scores an hour and 35 minutes, and
Obviously, the movie's going to be longer than that. but
right.
that's
So
just the
I would
music.
guess the movie's going to be 2 to 2.5 hours.
I would say 2 hours and 20 minutes is a safe bet.
Yeah.
But personally, I'm hoping it's 3 hours.
Right, like Infinity War
Yeah.
3
or
hours,
Endgame.
8 minutes.
Right.
That's,
so
yeah, that's what
but
I would like.
what I'm
somewhere
saying
in
is,
that ballpark.
Corvus, I'm saying that it's you're going to get everybody, but who's not to say that Rey doesn't visit the Jedi Temple somewhere and all of the Force Ghosts are in one room. And they're all standing there saying, hey, girl, you can do it. You can do it.
I think if you see everybody at that point, I think you'll see more of... You might see that scene, but you might get like Luke or Yoda or somebody to actually say something, and that's it.
Well, yeah,
You know,
I
I'm
think
not
that's
saying
fair.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're not going to. Everybody's going to talk, but I think all of the Jedi Force Ghosts. I mean, if you look at that trailer, it showed everybody.
That's
Showed
true.
everybody.
Oh,
Everybody.
that's true.
Everybody is going to be in this movie.
You know, you make a good point. Why did they choose the scenes that they chose for this trailer?
Because it's all the nostalgic
Yep.
moments.
But not necessarily. Like, for instance, the shot that they chose, Mace Windu, for example, they show that shot of Mace holding his lightsaber out of the camera. You know, the shot
right
basically
before he dies.
right before he dies, and that's Palpatine's perspective. If you want to know that scene, you could show Palpatine getting like, it's not right before he dies. You could have shown Mace like holding the lightning or something, or like,
Yeah.
or if you wanted to highlight Palpatine, you could show Palpatine getting back up or something like that. in that scene, like this is his rise to power, or something like that. Like they
did show his rise to power with his hands up in the Senate.
But my point being, that scene is very clearly, or that shot in the trailer is about Mace Windu, not about Palpatine. Because then afterwards they give Palpatine his due in his shot in the Senate. So why would you go out of your way to highlight Mace Windu if he's not going to be prevalent in the movie somewhere down the line?
They're fucking with us.
No.
But but that's so much
how
effort.
how do you make every single fan happy? You give every fan their character. Because there's somebody's favorite character is Mace Windu.
But
Somebody's
Jar Jar
wasn't there.
No one's favorite character is
nobody's
Jar Jar.
nobody's favorite character is
And I
Jar
don't
Jar.
believe you if you say
Padme
he is.
Amidala is going to be in this movie.
I don't know
I
how.
hope
though.
so.
She's not that force sensitive, right?
It's going to be a flashback to back then, Clone Wars era,
Could
with
be, yeah.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Padme and Ahsoka.
That'd be cool.
Done.
That'd be really cool.
I'm just saying, like, this is all tinfoil hat shit, and I could go on for hours about this. But, like, I truly believe this is it. Disney is going to go through everybody, and everybody is going to be there. I'm not even getting into what Palpatine is doing. That's going to just start a rabbit hole.
Oh
Can
my
we get
God.
a little bit of it? I'm curious.
Me too. How long's our runtime here?
We're at an hour and a half exactly.
Don't care. Let's keep it rolling.
Palpatine.
Yeah. Palpatine. Can you say it right
Purple
first?
Teen.
No, Palpatine. I like that name. Okay?
Gotta drink your Palpatine.
Exactly.
More
That's why I say
Palpatine,
it. Yeah.
please.
Listen,
More
That's what Ray
Palpatine.
did. That's why she got the double blade lightsaber.
so my theory on all this is he has his dark side energy in the Death Star, and people get corrupt by it, and
Okay.
and they see the Force vision, because in Legends, Sith can't be Force ghosts,
Right.
but they can have Force projections.
Like in their holocrons
In their mind.
and stuff.
Yeah, in their mind, and that's how he is going to be in this movie.
That'd be interesting because then that could explain some of like the reason why Rey has that dark side flashback. Is
Right.
she's like similar to that sort of well on that island with Luke. That was like a source of dark side power. When she goes near the Death Star ruins, she feels like Palpatine's remnant sort of dark side energy, and then has like that flashback as she's
Right.
exploring the ruins or whatever.
I feel like
type of
this
deal.
whole movie is going to revolve around that Death Star.
I feel like it probably. There's a lot of scenes in the trailer that are clearly
No,
on
I feel
Endor.
I feel like
around
there's
there.
clearly there's going to be something on that Death Star that is important to sway the war between one side or the other. I'm calling
It's a
it out
weapon.
now.
Kyber crystals.
Kyber crystals?
Yeah.
Isn't that? I think I was
That's
using
the
the Death
canon
Star.
version, yep. So, but everybody is going to be in it.
I really hope so. That would make my movie.
We'll see.
A good
tribute
plot,
to the fans.
heavy
They
on the
have to
cameos.
do it. Disney cannot afford to have another Last Jedi.
Yeah.
There's going to be zero risks taken, and everybody is going to be in it. Because if I want to see R2-D2, he's in it. You want to see Jar Jar Binks, he's going to be in it.
Oh,
I really believe
God.
it. No, yeah, he's going to be there. I'm telling you,
Then-
everybody is going to be in this movie. It's going to be like, I don't even know
But
how
see,
to
my
explain
problem, my problem with that is then all you're doing is you're providing the fan service, and then that just means you can equally cut out the story and the plot line and everything, and not have one. You're like, oh, I seen Ahsoka or I seen Darth Vader, like it's the best movie ever, like, and that's gonna be the end of it.
But
That's what they did with Endgame.
that's what they want.
Yeah, I don't mind fan service.
Listen, fan service, the cheesiest moment in all of Endgame was when Captain America picks up the hammer.
Oh, why did
And
you
it
do
was-
that?
Oh my god!
and that was fucking epic.
But it was
That was
amazing.
the biggest
Mark,
hang
freak
on,
out
Mark,
for
guys.
me.
Core hasn't seen it yet.
Well,
Well,
okay.
I'm sorry. If
Dude,
you haven't seen
I
it
am.
now,
I'm not
I-
sorry.
yeah, like, I'm
If
not
that's
sorry.
on you.
shit.
If you cared that much, you would have gone to see it already. I'm entirely
Here's the
not
thing.
sorry. That's
Here's-
your own
it-
fault.
Oh,
here's,
you guys.
here's the thing with Endgame is I've purposely I've been waiting on my old lady to get caught up on the other Marvel movies so we can watch it together. But I have purposely not watched any trailers, not watched any reviews, not looked at any kind of articles or anything, or listened to anybody's conversations about it. I've blacked myself out from Endgame. I have no idea what happens in it whatsoever. So,
Okay. Well, you
Okay,
got one
so-
scene now. Sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, fan service in Rogue One. Was it Rogue One? No, Force Awakens, where they show the dude that Luke cut off his arm. The two dudes. I'm a wanted man on 12 systems.
Right.
Well, then you better be careful. You'll be dead.
Right.
But all I'm saying is, fan service makes people happy. It doesn't matter. As long as the story is good and it finishes, people are going to be happy. As long as we all get fan service and everybody gets a piece of something, people are going to be happy. You know why Endgame was so successful in the Marvel movies? Because they stayed a plot and they didn't twist too much off of the comics, but they made them better on the screen.
And they also,
Right.
also
Does that make
had,
sense?
like, a shit ton of movies to tie into everything.
Correct.
They had a
Right.
they had a plan and a flow.
But correct. But there's not that many Star Wars movies. The problem with Star Wars is there's 4 generations of Star Wars fans. And every single one of those 4 generations have different opinions about Star Wars. Every Star Wars movie was good. Every single one. I hate The Last Jedi, but it was still a good movie.
Yeah.
You can agree or disagree.
That's my opinion.
But I love them all because I love Star Wars.
yeah,
No. Of course, and everybody is entitled to that. I love Star Wars, but everybody's vision is of what their Star Wars is different.
Right.
My Star Wars, personally, is the Old Republic Star Wars. I think whatever Disney does in the future, it needs to have millions of lightsabers. That's what I need as a fan. Because what sells off the shelves?
lightsabers.
Lightsabers. And I think that's the point is, and Disney Plus is coming, and that's where we're going to get all of this crazy Star Wars
We better
content.
get the Old Republic.
We are getting the people from God of War, not God
Oh
of
my
War.
God.
What's
Game
that
of
stupid
Thrones.
show? Yeah,
Yeah.
stupid show.
Weiss and
That's-
Benioff.
Yeah, that's
Did you read
yeah.
the books? The books are so much better.
They are. Shut up.
You can't follow the books. I saw a apple on the table, and I picked up the apple, and it was a little green and red.
You just gotta
was-
be literate.
Shiny.
I'm not, I guess. I listen to audiobooks. Ain't nobody got
This
time to
is
read.
Audible.
Yeah.
That was
Anyway.
really good.
So, thanks guys so much. This has been really fun.
This has been awesome.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of
Working Class Nerds.